Did Nike sportswear just ruin a classic, or did they just make them better? Hey, what's going on, guys? My name's Chris. Welcome back to the official WearTesters.com YouTube channel. Today, we have a detailed look and review on one of my favorite shoes of all time. It's the Uptempo. However, they tweaked them. They turned them into lows. So now is it my even more favorite shoe of all time? I don't know. I'm a little confused by these because initially my first thought was, my God, why? But then as soon as I seen them a little bit more, certain colorways like this triple white pair, they got me good. But before we deep dive into these bad boys, we do have a quick word from today's sponsor, and that's the good folks over at POIZON. And just in case you're unaware of what POIZON actually is, it's an online marketplace that I find to be extremely underrated. So if you're out there looking for something that maybe you had passed on or just missed out on altogether, POIZON offers over 400 brands with extremely strict quality control when it comes to authenticating all of its products. They release new coupons and discounts every single month. And speaking of which, we actually were able to get a brand new one, which is promo code TESTER, which will save you 5% on your purchase. And with today's sneaker climate the way that it is, you can find some great stuff. For example, we grabbed these bad boys for under $100. We will be giving them away to one of our Discord members, so if you're not part of the Discord, make sure that you click the link in the description box and sign up. All of our giveaways are free, by the way. All you gotta do is just be a member. But all items from POIZON come double boxed. They also come bubble wrapped just like this. And yeah, these are awesome. We're gonna give these away to one of you guys. I think that this is a great release, great quality. Got them for a great price. Nothing really to complain about here. And if you haven't checked out POIZON yet, there is a link down below in the description box. Don't forget to use our promo code TESTER for 5% off, and happy hunting. So just in case you guys were curious, this is the box. Standard sportswear box, nothing fancy, nothing special. However, the contents inside I think are pretty damn cool. Like, we've seen this shoe turned into a low top before. It was through a collaboration with Ambush, and those, for whatever reason, didn't resonate well with myself personally. I didn't think that they looked good as a low. This version though, they tweaked them a little bit and they just look right. You know what I mean? Like, they don't look like the original. They don't look like they're trying too hard to be something different. It looks like they literally were like, hey, what could we do here to make this a low top and make it just maybe a little bit more wearable? Now, that's not to say that I don't have any critiques or anything like that. There's definitely some things that are on here that I wish weren't, and there are some things that aren't on here that I wish were. But overall, I kind of like these, man. Like, if you're an OG enthusiast, I can understand that you're gonna look at this and be like, I don't know about that. Or my initial first thought was, why can they do this, but we haven't gotten an Air Much Uptempo retro or a proper Air Money Uptempo?
I want answers!
Now, the tooling hasn't changed, so the outsole right here is identical to the regular versions of the shoe. We've got herringbone from heel to forefoot. I have played in a pair of these before, and they're not great. And I'm talking about the retros. I never played in the originals, never was ballin' enough to be able to afford a pair like that. But I did play in a retro pair because it was something that I'd always wanted to do. I had seen Scottie Pippen and numerous other NBA players rock this sneaker on court, and I just really wanted to be like them, man. So I tried it out, and I was like, nah, bro, this is not it. I don't like these. I love them off court, though. It's just a fantastic shoe. Oh, real quick before I get too ahead of myself, Wilson Smith III designed these things, not this one, the original. I do wonder what he thinks about this. Like, what do designers think about current regime, like Nike's current regime, you know what I mean? Copying their stuff and tweaking it a little bit to turn it into something different. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just kind of wonder. Now, the cushioning, much like the outsole, is just like the other retros. So we do have what looks like full-length air. However, it's not. I believe it's 2 units. There's a heel unit and then a forefoot unit. They're not as big as the originals, but they're still cool, so there's that. The insole was really hard to remove, and I didn't want to wind up with another Travis Scott issue, so I'm just gonna leave it. Just know that it's a piece of shit. If you wanted to remove it, good luck. Try the hairdryer trick, but there's this fabric strobel in there that is really loving the glue that they use on that insole, man, so it's not gonna be easy. But yeah, it's not a great insole. Do I think it's good enough just to wear these casually? Yeah, nobody's really using this for performance and stuff. If you need an orthotic for whatever reason, like I said, try the hairdryer trick and maybe you'll be good. The midsole is Phylon. It's hard to see, but it's just this top piece right here. I wanna say the originals were probably urethane, but I cannot remember. I'm pretty sure that they were, but yeah. Now, the upper is the part that obviously is different. They're a little bit lower collar wise. I think that they made the Air text on the shoe look way better than the Ambush versions of these. I just think that it flows a lot better. So this I really with. The materials are going to be different per pair. So this particular pair is the black and what do they call it? It wasn't just straight up silver, photon dust, because they got to put a stupid ass name attached to every color, but you know, whatever. The accent color on here is silver. It's kind of cool because it reminds me of like the old Uptempos before this, the Total Max Uptempo. Actually, I think the Total Max Uptempo were after this. Anyways, the accent color on here is silver. They're an interesting look because I don't think, based off of what I can remember, that this was an original colorway, but the Air Max Total Uptempo did have something similar. They were supposed to be dubbed for Tim Duncan, and they were a black and silver look like this. But anyways, the lettering text on here, at least on this pair, is not the same material as the rest of the build. It's like a puffy textile. It's cool. Like this I like, dude. Like this is something so weird and different that I really like this. Is it going to be kind of hard to keep clean once it gets dirty because it's a textile? Possibly. But like it looks so cool. It kind of looks like a puffer jacket. You know what I mean? The black material is the same synthetic nubuck that you'll see on the rest of the regular versions of the shoe. So again, nothing fancy, nothing special. I kind of wish that the swoosh right here was bordered in white, or at least the swoosh itself was white and then bordered in black, either one. But I don't love that they muted it out. I think that that's one of those cool features that needs to be there. I do understand that this makes it look a lot cleaner, so maybe that's why I like them so much, but either way, I would have loved to have seen what that looked like. One thing to note though, this is probably gonna go over many people's heads. Most of you guys not even gonna care. It's something that I think is very interesting, but the inside panel of the A and the R is like this plastic. Like, I don't know if that's gonna be on every pair or if it's just on the textile ones, but it's kind of like a hot melt material that it feels like they like heat pressed and glued to make this puffy. It's super weird. It's not the same material as the rest of the black material, and I just thought that was cool. The tongue is a little bit cooler, I think, than the original, because the original had bungees on there, which was a great performance feature, but a not so great casual feature. So this is a little bit more standard, so it doesn't have those bungees on there. It's not blocking the logo. If you guys know, you know. And speaking of that logo, it's a gelled swoosh. I fucking love this, but they took off the gel swoosh off the back. And then one other thing that they removed off of these versus the originals is in between the nylon like lace areas, I don't know what you would call them, the lace loops, but in between those on the originals were little plastic ones, and they were super cool. They took those off. Instead, they used modern stuff, so it's that, I don't know what you call it anymore, but it's kind of like mag wire, fly wire, the strand that everybody hates when you like really tie up your shoes tight and it busts the seams. It's that stuff. Not a deal breaker, but just something again that they switched up, where I think that was a cost thing. Like, I don't want to make tooling for that and then have to apply it to it, even though they already make tooling for the mids, but maybe they're no longer in production. I don't know. And something I just noticed, it looks like there's 3M behind the dots. So that's pretty cool. I like that too. Will that be on the rest of them? I don't know. Now, as far as sizing is concerned, they fit just like the mid tops. So in my opinion, go down half a size. Unless you like that like really floppy heel and everything like that, then go true to size. Or if you're a wide footer, go true to size. But most people will want to go down half a size. Even with this little rear heel notch or heel pillow, it's not enough to really like keep everything housed and snug together. So again, I would go down half a size. But if you see them in store, try them on just to be sure. If you're here in the Sacramento area, I actually grabbed these from Phenom. They're located in the Doco shopping center. So if you're local, stop by, try them on, see if you like them. But with all that being said, what is today's question of the day?
Would you rather be a pirate or a ninja?
What kind of pirate are we talking about? Like a Somalian pirate? Or are we talking about like an old school, like, arr, pirate? You know what I mean? Like,
well, in my brain, I was taking it as like, oh, like, are we dressing up? Then I'm team pirate.
really, why?
Because I like how the
You want to
lady
be a
pirate...
shanty? Or whatever they're called?
A shanty?
I don't know. Aren't they like, don't they
That's
say
what
that?
they sing, a sea shanty.
What the f does that even mean?
Yo-ho.
I know the song. What's a shanty?
It's a song.
A shanty is a song?
Yes, I
Or
believe
is
so.
the shanty in the song?
No.
Like, let me, hold on. It's a small, crudely built shack. So a sea shanty, I guess, would be a hut on the shore.
Are you sure? There's not an alternate...
It's what Google said, bro.
Well, because I was going to say, I also think it's a shack, but I believe it's also a song.
In slang, it means a low economic or social class. So shanty people, which essentially is a pirate.
I don't think you can be a shanty.
Look, man, I'm just reading what it tells me, okay?
It says sea shanty songs. It's like trying to autofill for me. Sea shanty lyrics.
I'm
sea
not-
shanty medley.
No, I looked up shanty meaning. I need to know what it means.
Anyways, if we're dressing up, I would want to be a pirate because I think their costumes are cooler. But if I had to be something, I would probably be a ninja because female pirates are not treated very well.
Well,
And I might die of...
There's barely any of them.
I might, well, but if there is, they're like bosses.
According to movies.
According to tales. According to sea shanties. Anyways, I don't want to die of scurvy. So if I'm an actual ninja, that means I'm already a badass.
A sea shanty is a genre of traditional folk song that was once commonly sung as a work song to accompany rhythmical, that's a hard word, labor aboard large merchant selling vessels. So like,
yeah, like the
exactly. It's like the Seven Dwarves type thing, you know what I mean? But on a boat.
Yeah.
So I guess shanty means multiple things. So that's interesting. But I'd be a ninja. I mean,
either way, like dressed up.
yeah, ninjas are awesome, dude. Like, come on. What kind of ninja would you want to be? A Ninja Turtle or just a regular ninja? It doesn't even matter. I would just want to be a ninja. But what would you rather be? A ninja or a pirate? This is a weird ass question. And on top of that, what do you think about these? Let us know down below in the comment section. Do you like them more than the originals? I still say the original's better, but as a new version of the shoe turned into a low top, this is way better than the ambush stuff, and they look pretty clean. So I'm excited for the triple whites. I might actually grab those. But sound off below and let us know. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We will catch you guys on the next one. So until then, y'all have a good one.